What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over how to invest your money at the National Sports Card Convention. What are some tips of what to do, what not to do, and what can you expect for anybody that hasn't been there before? So, the National is an event in the sports card community unlike any other. It really is crazy in the fact that there's so many deals going on around you. There's so much that you can purchase, and it can get really overwhelming for some people. I think that something you have to remember is there's so many tables. I think there's I think there's like 500 or so. I'm not 100% sure on the exact number, but there are so many tables, and some of these really popular modern cards are going to have super high population counts. They're going to be at a lot of these tables. Even cards like the Mike Trout Topps Update PSA 10, those are going to be at almost every other booth if you're looking at high end booths. And most of these booths are going to be because of the price that it is to have one. So I think you have to be a really smart buyer, and that's going to be the number one tip of anybody could give you is don't buy from the first table that you see. A lot of people talk about this. Card Collector 2 actually has a really good point. He says that he likes to walk by a table, talk to the person, and he makes a note of what the card is, what the booth number is, and how much the person is charging. And I think that's a really smart thing to do because you can always come back. A lot of these cards, if you wait 30 minutes and keep walking around, and then you've decided, you know what, I really want to purchase this card, you haven't seen it anywhere else, go ahead and make a deal. But it's really a good idea to be patient and not force yourself to buy items or sell an item because there's tons of buyers. One really cool thing though that is there that you can expect to see is a Panini booth where you can get like these. They're called white boxes, and so if you have any unfulfilled redemptions from years ago, or you have redemptions sitting around, it's really smart to cash them in now because you can exchange them for this white box, and it varies. I'm not 100% sure on what's in it, but it does vary from I think year to year what's inside of it. But I would try and cash in a lot of my redemptions, which will allow you to then get a white box if you're interested in that. Or I think there's some other stuff that they're selling at the table, but there's just a lot of different things that you can do with your redemption cards. So do not just leave them sitting around. Make sure you redeem them for the National because worst case scenario, you can get a white box for them, which is always has the high hit potential. Another really important tip that you need to do when at the National is price out all of your cards. You need to spend time beforehand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up all of my cards and I'm just going to put a little sticker on the back. A little you can go to the stores, any like Staples or something. There's these little circle post-it notes that you can just put on the back of your card. And I would only do it if it's in a team bag. You can put it in a team bag and then you put the sticker on the team bag. And that allows you to have the price on the back of the card where when you pull it out and show somebody, they don't necessarily see it right away. Or you can just carry a spiral with you. And what I think is a really good idea is to price out all of your cards and then go down and make a separate list of players that you're looking to buy and what types of cards those players you're trying to buy. So let's say I was buying Josh Allen and I'm looking for his contenders auto. It's really a good idea to price out what comps are on his contenders auto. Because a problem at these card shows that a lot of people run into is the fact that there's no internet connection and it's difficult to look up comps. You're going to be sitting there for maybe 10 minutes just to try and load a single comp, which time is money, and that limits the amount of booths that you're able to go to. And you're not going to be able to see as many cards. People aren't going to be seeing your cards as many as you would like. So it's really a good idea to price out comps of cards that you're looking to buy. You make that list beforehand. So when you see that card, you say, you know what, this is something that I knew I wanted to get beforehand. I know exactly how much it's going for, and therefore I know how much I want to pay. And that'll allow you to not have to waste time looking up comps or waste time having somebody else look at your comps when you can provide them multiple, and they're just gonna, they're gonna have to take your word for it because both parties aren't gonna have internet connection, which kind of affects both sides. So it's kind of a trade-off, but it is something that can play a factor in the deals that you will be able to make.